You're listening to Black Salt Audio, and this is Fix My Mix.
All right, big welcome to Fix My Mix. This is episode 9, I think. And I had an awesome conversation for this one last week with Lawrence. We'll introduce him in just a second. The conversation was about overcomplicating your mix and how it's so easy to do that because it's so fun, but also because, you see something in a tutorial, you immediately want to apply that. You see something else in another tutorial and you want to apply that. And before you know it, you got 20 plugins on all of your tracks and it starts to sound over-processed. It starts to sound very complicated, and it's of course very difficult to find that one little tweak that's going to solve everything. And so today is going to be all about simplifying. Again, as always, we're going to simplify this mix and we're going to make it sound better in the process. Now, if you want to be part of the Fix My Mix show and get your mix fixed, then simply subscribe to the Artist Pass, which gives you access to everything we have, the plugins, the courses, everything, as well as your opportunity to submit a mix for Fix My Mix. All right, let's introduce our guest for today. Actually, you please introduce yourself. Go for it.
Hey, well, thanks for having me. My name's Lawrence Schroeder. I record under the name Regal Standard. But this particular project is called The Zits. And so it consists of myself, my brother, Sloan on drums, my best friend, Justin on bass. And this song is called Zits Got the Blues. And basically it's a B-side from our most recent album. And so that's kind of the overall for the song. I mean, I would say what's interesting about it is that, this album is already out. Like it was out like a couple years ago. But I just had this B-side on the back burner, and I just wanted to finish it, as either like, oh, here's another additional song or, whatever. So, but, so when I mixed the record itself, it already kind of had this mix template and an overall sound that was really happy with. And so, like I said, most of it was completed years ago, but, and then this one was on the back burner, and I just decided to finish it, like I said. So I spent a lot of time tweaking it, revisiting it, trying to improve it. And I kind of reached a point where I just didn't trust my objectivity anymore,
It's one of those songs.
Do you
want to listen to it real quick, and then we're just going to dive into what happened there. Sure. Yeah. Let's just hit play. This is your final mix at the bottom here. Let's just listen to it for a bit. I'm just going to hit play anywhere.
Sure.
Let's check out a section with vocals real quick.
These hits, we got the blues. These hits, we say we got the blues. We got it bad, we got it good. Just like you knew we would.
If anything, dude, you got the vocal down for sure. I love that kind of lo-fi, kind of old school character there. So I think you nailed that.
Yeah.
But other than that, with the submission form for the show here, you kind of mentioned, well, maybe I'm kind of over-processing things. And, the way that you just told the story about this is a B-side. And I was just like, I've been tweaking and going in different versions and whatnot. So tell me a bit more about that. Like, how and where did you come to that conclusion of like, oh, I've gone too far and I don't really know the way back? Or like, what did that look like?
Yeah, well, I think I had like I said, I kind of had the template going. So I had this mix, and I still had some tweaking to do. I wanted to add the keyboards and all this other business to it. So,
right on, yep.
Like I'd kind of gone back and forth on what the actual problem was. And so it was like, at times I thought it was the guitars. At times I thought it was the drums.
Yep.
I kind of questioned the sort of low end, the balance, the polish. Yep. And I kind of like, when I listened to it this morning, I was like, well, maybe the drums are not delivering the right impact in my head,
Yeah.
They don't kind of.
Did it also kind of not help that I ask you to send me the drums individually for the show here?
So like mentally, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, maybe those drums aren't right. Well, so one other thing I would say is that like I think I have a lot of processing in different areas and things going to different things and like
what? Can you give an example of that?
well, I would say like I've got the basic drums themselves. I've got some parallel compression. I've got kind of an overall drum distortion.
Okay.
I've got, then I also had like my triggers kind of came some additional triggers because these are MIDI drums.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it might be obvious, but
Yep.
I had some other samples underneath it from SSD.
Yep.
That was just like an overall kind of punchy thing that I thought, okay, this is helping it. And then I also have like a totally even separate cymbal track
Right.
from the same kind of thing. So that's my drum bus, and then it's kind of going through a couple different things here or there. And then
you got like the individual tracks, just like you kick in, kick out sort of thing, but
I
then
got
also like the additional samples which you got right here, but then you also have like an additional track with cymbals, and then it's all going into different routing stages, and it ends up somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and it gets back, and I think I've got sort of like a rear bus kind of situation happening. I've got this, it's like I have a lot of techniques and things.
Yeah.
And also I think I'm relying a bit much on my mix bus itself, because I was kind of, I was mixing into sort of the Ozone mastering plugin.
Okay. Yep.
And so that was something maybe that is messing me up as well.
Yeah, maybe for sure. Because I feel like, especially if there's a lot of processing happening in that like mix bus chain or mix bus plugin or whatever, then it's already kind of steering you into a direction.
Mm-hmm.
But then since it's like, it's something that every move that you do before that kind of ends up being pushed in that direction, that may not be the direction that you actually want to, go for with this song or with the production or whatever. So if you got the direction now, you got the right plugin chain, it can totally work, right? But I feel like if I hear you talk about this, that maybe this was not one of those cases where all the stars align and it's like, yeah, this works out.
Yeah, it was. I think part of it was also too like I went through the mix program. I went through Jordan's stuff, and so I had kind of had the mix, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay, he's doing this thing, so let me add a little bit of Telos guitar thing to this a little bit. Let me get a little escalator in there to add a little more. The drums. I could let me fix my reverb, because I was like, oh, my reverb, he's doing the reverb a different way, or like let me fix my vocals because I'm using too much reverb on that, and I should be using delay. It's all those kinds of things are sort of compounding, I think, on top of each other.
That makes a lot of sense.
And just making it like a little bit too. Now it just sounds way over processed, because
I was going to say,
it's like wow, there's just like what's happening here. It's kind of lost. It's kind of its character, I guess.
Right, you can hear that it's just like a stockpile of plugins that are being like pushed to the max.
Yeah, really.
It's like
totally.
Okay, this guy's pushing things hard, and you know what? I actually really enjoy when people are extreme with their processing, because believe it or not, but under processing is actually a much bigger problem than over processing is. In most cases, right? So for you, it's like you found the upper limit of like, okay, this is probably as much processing as a song can take, and maybe went a little bit beyond that.
Definitely.
So now it's going back, and I would say I would probably agree. And what I do enjoy here, and what I do like, is that you actually you have a really good kind of understanding of like, okay, so this is the problem. It's like, okay, I'm going back and forth. I'm adding stuff just because I see somebody do it in a tutorial, and not because maybe the song needs it or something, but it's just like, oh, I'm learning new techniques. Let me just immediately apply everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really.
So where the problem is. So it's let's just bring everything down to like the simple approach, I would say.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if bare minimum is the right word, but more like what do I actually need to really bring these drums, for example, out?
Yeah, because I think I understand what you're saying, because it's like in my mind I was thinking, now that I've sort of gone through the program, it's like maybe I should just strip everything away and just start fresh, because it's like I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm like I'll just keep tweaking it until and keep I'll just keep loading more plugins onto it,
Right on. Yeah.
And so that was, kind of the thing. One other additional note, let me say, as far as the guitars go, like when I was doing when I did the record itself, I used a different guitar. And so the guitar I'm using for this one, it's just like, I felt like I was fighting a little bit with the sound of the guitars as well. That's just something else to note. Maybe it's not important really right now because of what we're going to talk about. But, I wasn't sure if it was like giving me this like combing thing. I'm not sure if I'm getting it wide enough, stuff like that. So
I hear you.
It's just an additional thing, but
yeah. Do you want to hear like my judgment, my harsh judgment about this one?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Let's just hit play for a quick 20 seconds or something, and then I'll share some thoughts.
Okay.
Let's go. Your guitars are fine, man. I don't think they're a problem, really.
Okay.
What I do hear, though, is like that mix bus chain that is kind of, doing its thing on the guitars.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of like a distortion, little edgy sound to it, to like the entire mix. And your guitars are suffering a little bit from that. But I don't think your guitars are the main issue.
Okay.
To me, and this is exactly, you already guessed it, why I asked you to send me the individual drums and the bass. I think the snare in particular, if we hear this, if you just listen to the snare for a second here. And notice that kind of like high, sizzly kind of...
Real sizzly.
Yeah. And I think that is a great sign of like over processing, trying to push things a little further than they actually want to go and that they want to accept.
Sure.
Yeah, and then on top of that, again, that kind of mix bus processing is just, it's not helping, right? It's all kind of adding up. And then since you're doing everything in so many like different stages with different routing techniques and yada yada, it's getting insanely complicated and difficult, therefore, to find the real one culprit, the real one problem. It's like, it's not one problem, it's like dozens of things that are all being slightly pushed too far. And then, the end result is, of course, kind of suffering from that. So let's mute your mix.
Okay.
I figured we're just going to mix your drums from scratch real quick.
Sure.
Blend them in, because we got your mixed stems here. We got your mixed bass, your mixed guitars, your mixed keys, and the vocals. So we're just going to, make a real quick blend, make any final adjustments that we want. Then throw that into, like, the most minimalistic, easy mix bus chain ever. And see if we can kind of get a more open sound or something that way.
Yeah. Because I was really struck by when I was watching the mixing modules, and he was like, "Oh, I just put a little bit of saturation on there, just a touch bit of compression, And I think if I showed you my mix bus chain, you'd be like, "Oh gosh."
Okay, I want to hear a number. Do you remember how many plugins are on there?
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
How many, please?
Well, let's see. I mean, it's not like 15. I mean, it's probably like, 1, 2, 3. Maybe like, honestly, actually, it's probably like 4. But if I told you exactly what was happening,
Right on. Okay, so it's 4 ozones with all the maximum things.
Yeah, just one. Well, it's one ozone. It's got, I got like a virtual tape thing on it.
Right on.
I got a little bit of some EQ at the top of it, and also I'm using like the Slate plugin, so I got the virtual mix bus, and then I've got a little bit of, I'm kind of pushing a little bit of 60, pulling back on a little bit of 400, pushing a little 4K, pushing a little 12K.
I hear you, man.
That's it. It's like
all the little things that add up are right there.
And like they said, don't go EQing the whole thing, But of course, I'm doing that.
Right.
So,
all right, dude, let's just mix these drums, man. Let's try to get some simple sounds going on.
Sounds good.
I just like to start with kick in and just like build my way, kind of build my balance like that. So obviously, Telos.
Let's go.
Check it out.
Yep.
Kick mode. That's all for now. Let's just start with that, and then we'll see how far we can take that. Then I think you had a kick out, which is just a sub kick.
Yeah.
A little bit of drive there. Let's see if they're in phase. I can't even judge that with NS10, so let's bring in the headphones. I like this best.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to... Basically, I know, again, I'm breaking another rule here, but like I just keep my MIDI in there without actually mixing down the drums. So when you ask me to mix down the drums, what happens is, for some reason, when you just do the kick, the kick in itself, right? And then you do the kick out, something happens phase-wise. I don't know if it's like when it gets getting sampled through the MIDI or something, but then you got to spend like a couple hours just checking every single kick,
right? Because
for some reason they just don't.
They don't match. They
don't
work
match.
Well.
Yeah. So
that's
so there may be some of that problem happening here.
Right. Well, you know what? To me, man, I literally just try to, like I just did right now. It's like flip the face. Do I like this? Flip the face again. Or do I like this?
Yeah.
And whichever I like best, it's like, that's the kick.
It's good.
Yeah. The overthinking of mixing, I think that is like such a common thing where people think about mixing more than they actually mix. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, they just start to go into this like deep rabbit holes of like processing, overprocessing, reprocessing, doubting, second guessing. It's like, what am I actually doing? And it's like, the more you can kind of, I don't know, just train yourself to be like, what do I like? That's the only question you want to ask.
Yeah.
Do I like with the face flipped or not?
Okay.
Decide and move on, right? So
yeah, and I think your Telos plugin is that how you pronounce it?
Telos, yep.
Oh, Telos. Okay, so that Telos plugin. I mean, again, that's like it's giving it that simplification.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thing. So you're not like that's why I was kind of like, okay, maybe I should just go back again, remix everything
with Telos.
Just with Telos.
Yeah. I would love if you did that and sent in a new mix. For sure. But yeah, let's first just get out of that overprocessing mindset. So, okay, we got our kick. I'm not unhappy with that as a starting point. Let's go to snare top. Bring in our friend. Here we go, snare top. I like that. Okay, let's a little compression. And a ton of drive. I love the drive on the Telos plugins.
Yeah.
There's definitely a little bit of that sizzle sound that is kind of baked into this snare sample for sure. You can already kind of hear that like going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to push that top end too far. And we can even experiment a little bit with just good old silencer to try and kind of get rid of at least a little bit of that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Now it's already kind of shorter.
Huh. Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't even think about that.
So we can just kind of get that sound back to taste by dialing back the D bleeder. Or just get rid of it completely. That to me sounds okay. And then, of course, with the room mics and whatnot, we can just add more length back into the snare. Because right now it's just like, tuck, and that's it.
Right.
So, let's go snare bottom. I'm just copying the plugin over.
Yeah, this is kind of where the sizzle lives, really.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm not going to do a massive boost here, but I'm just going to get more mid-range out of this one.
Right. Ooh.
And length. So that's like the compression on the snare bottom mode is like fast attack, so it kills the transient. Builds up the sustain. Drive even exaggerates that. And now we can blend this in. So this is top only. We're just bringing in the bottom now.
Yep.
Okay, kick and snare. Okay, now my kick suddenly feels a little plasticky, so let's make it a little smoother. Kind of like that, maybe. I always try to kind of use the context of the other drums to kind of show me if like, is this plasticky sounding or am I actually in the right
how would you?
ballpark?
Yeah, how would you sort of describe like that smoothing function? Like
This is a cut in the mid range.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And this is a cut in the lower mid range.
Oh.
And then you pick the sliders here. So yeah, if
Okay.
you're gonna go tight.
Yeah.
We actually need a little tight here. So that we can crank up the lower. But maybe not go too tight because I don't want this to sound up like a metalcore kick or something.
Yeah, you know, it's like when I was trying to think of the how to describe sort of the sound and the sound that I'm going for, I kind of just spit out this thing, vintage, modern.
Yep. Yeah,
You
I
know?
love that. That's a good description. Yep. Okay, let's ignore the toms because that's what mixers do.
Okay.
Let's go straight into the overheads, which to me is usually the next point.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of drum kit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get rid of all of that.
Yep.
There we go. Let's see if there's a section with a bit more cymbals somewhere. There we go.
Yeah.
I love to boost mid-range on cymbals so we get more, just definition. I don't really think that just boosting top end is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
We need a bit of that maybe, but... There's a ton of energy right there in that mid-range, so I just want to bring that up a bit. Okay, now we got overheads dialed in. Okay, I'm definitely gonna blend in a kick sample. Because just that kick sound to me, and it's MIDI drums anyway, so it's all samples, but just this particular kick to me is just a little too plasticky.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with my go-to rock drums, which is the Savage kick by Billy Decker.
Oh.
This one. It's
Nice.
just so mid-rangey for some reason, but it also kind of has that modern sound.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this sounds like. There we go. It's really just that kind of talk mid-range that I want here, weirdly enough. I really like how that is sitting now. Okay, let's... And then we got this hi-hat, which is going to be very important here. Similar process. Crank up the mid-range. And some drive. Especially that drive and that mid-range boost is just like, I want more. You know, it's like, I want this hi-hat, just more. So,
You got to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see where the hi-hat is in the overheads. Seems to be slightly to the right side, so it looks like
I think
audience perspective.
I think I have it as audience perspective.
Okay, I hate that, so I'm just gonna flip that.
You know, totally fine with me.
All right, so because I want the drummer to kind of be
I
like
want to be
air
like
drumming along,
I'm air drumming. Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then the sound has to make sense.
I mean, I am a drummer too, so it's like, you know.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm like a drummer at heart. I mean, I played all the instruments on this thing essentially, but like
right on.
And sang and all that, but
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really a drummer at heart. So yeah, it's like I'm always when I'm listening to it, it's like I got to change it to drummer perspective.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
For
All right,
sure.
let's hear this. Let's see what it sounds like. That is starting to sound great. Now I want some room so that we have some ambience because it's bone dry right now.
Yep.
Oh, these are great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, the goal with the room mics for me is like I want to make them sound like a jet engine, just like constant going. But for now, I'd say that's maybe a bit overkill.
Okay.
Let's see. So normally I would always use the slam mode,
Yeah.
But for this one, I'm thinking, at least now I'm estimating it's going to be too much.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm estimating is going to sound good. And then just a touch of reverb.
Oh,
Little plate. Yeah, just kind of like exaggerating whatever we're doing here, right? So
sure.
Shortest decay time ever. Okay, let's bring that in with the rest of our kit and see what that kind of adds. I like everything about it except for that mid-range boost here. There we go. To me, that brought out the snare too much. And normally I kind of want to do that and push that even further than I had there. So I was already kind of careful. But even then, it was too much. So. Okay, then we have this, whatever this is. This is drum leak. What is that?
Well,
is this one of your many layer things?
No, it's something that comes with the with when you use like a Logic drum kit. I guess it's like the sound of the shells or something like that. So it's probably kick, snare, toms, and it's like it's like a it's hard to it's like the sound of the the drum shells or something.
Okay, let's just
see what it does. Maybe it's not necessary,
Oh yeah, no, I delete this immediately.
Okay. Later.
And these are the cymbals only, I think.
Yeah. And that. Yeah, because we've already kind of got our overheads, Yeah. And that was just an additional thing because I thought I wasn't getting enough out of the Logic cymbals,
Okay, for now, let's just mute this one because I don't usually use that stuff. Let's try that. Let's listen to our full kit real quick again. Just see if we want to make any. That's not the full kit. That's just our kick. I'm still not quite happy with that room mic just yet. Definitely gonna go slam mode now. And I want to cut out a bit more of that mid-rangey that I don't like. Okay, now that is sort of out of the way. Now we can probably get more room mic in the mix.
Yeah.
A little bit, yes. Okay, and then the other trick I'm going to do is the other usual thing I do. I'm going to create a room sample. So this is just going to be room sound only. So that we have a little bit more control over that snare room sound. That's it.
Okay.
And we're going to make it very short. Like that, because that's all we need. I really don't like it when snares have that kind of like coom, coom going on. I just want it short and dense, just like gah.
Yeah.
That's it. And this is doing exactly that. That's good. And then just treat that as a normal room mic. There we go.
Uh,
Yo, go for it.
Yeah, it's interesting because like the room is kind of mid focused. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because the high cut is kind of what pushes it further to the background. Because high frequencies make us think a sound is very close.
Sure.
So less high frequencies makes it feel far away. And then if we boost the top end on the snare top, pushes that one really close.
Mm-hmm.
And we cut the top end on the room mic, we create a real nice front to back imaging between those two things.
Ah.
That's the idea there.
Right.
I like that. And then let's bring in our rooms. Now everything kind of sits more comfortable to me. I like that. Okay, then we got our drum bus. Let's go to our plugin drum bus. And let's go to my preset sticky shells.
Oh.
Which is sticky as in glue. So I'm just looking for glue on this setting here. So just like bringing up the sound in between the drum hits, which I really, really like.
Yep.
And then kick is going to be sent to our newly made crush bus, as well as snare.
Mm-hmm.
So crush, I have to route that to our audio thingy. Here we go. I'm going to throw drum bus on there with another preset. Parallel death, which is kind of self-explanatory. Yep, and then let's send this sample to it as well. And our snare. Going all overboard there, which is great. I like that. And I'm just going to blend that in with our regular drums. That sounds pleasant.
Nice.
Okay. And then we're probably just kind of sounding, at least compared to the full mix that you had, we're probably going to sound pretty under-processed right now, just like more organic, I'd say. Way less of that sizzle sound and whatnot.
Yep.
So let's see if we want to push things a little further, maybe a little bit more top end on the kick. Same thing for snare. There we go. Cymbals are good. I like that hi-hat. Maybe a little loud. I do like that. Now, I wanted to bring in your bass, because that was the other main thing that in your final mix, to me, stood out as like, okay, this one is also suffering a little bit from that that over-processed feeling, that feeling of like the plugins are being pushed to the max,
Yeah, let me tell you about that real quick, just a little bit. So basically, like, yeah, you've got your bass amp. That's the, again, I'm using like I'm using the Slate Overloud as my sound for that. And then kind of the same thing for the DI. Well, with the DI, when I doing my mix of it, the DI I'm using like a what they would call a Saint amp, which is like a Sans amp basically.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then I would have distortion I had kind of a distortion sound on that. Mm-hmm. And then I was routing them both to sort of a chorus because I wanted it to kind of the bass to kind of like have a little bit of width to it,
Yeah.
Just to my ears, like I like that kind of wide bass sound.
Sure.
But
yep.
Yeah, maybe that doesn't work, but we'll see.
Well, let's check it out. Let's see what it sounds like in solo. I think it doesn't sound bad at all.
Not bad,
man.
Yeah.
let's see if we can make something that's even better just using the DI and good old Telos bass. See how far we can take this. Not a fan of the bright one here, the bright switch, because it instantly added some harshness, which will not work in this mix, I'd say. Let's try some saturation. Hot sounds nice. Ooh, grit sounds nice. Better's the darker one, so that never really works for me.
Yeah, you can really push that. That's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I do like some grit. Let's see.
Absolutely.
That was the bass tone you had versus what we have now.
Okay.
This is a little brighter, which is on purpose.
Yeah.
So that I'm imagining this is going to cut through the guitars and whatnot a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play our drums and bass. Let's mute yours real quick. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. Let's bring in some guitars first, and then let's see if the relationship needs any fixing there.
Mm-hmm.
I like how these guitars have a certain character to them where it sounds like they're already kind of at like the edge of like, you cannot push me any further. And then you push them further and it sounds great, you know?
Sounds good.
Check out some saturation real quick. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I crank up the knob and it's just like instantly more and better. Yeah, let's crank up that inflate. That sounds wonderful there. Okay, let's bring this in with our drums and first make that balance decision there. That sounds pleasant. The only thing I want to do to these guitars is add a small touch of whatever ambience effect we like. Just a touch of slap here.
That's interesting because like I think maybe the mix that I sent you, like I kind of had this sort of pretty low in the mix, but like just a subtle bit of like a longer delay.
Right on. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if I was wondering if that was, contributing again to like sort of clouding the mix a bit.
It's likely. Yeah. Especially because your guitars are like do 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 ta do do do. It's like longer notes.
Yeah.
And then they ring out for like a bunch of time. And then if you have delay on that, like the ringing out is going to be clouded up by the repetition of the delay, and then that's going to repeat again. And it's like, it's most likely that you want to shorten the times of like your reverbs and your delays, get it more like short and dense versus long, and just keep on going, So hence why slap was actually my first thought here.
Yeah.
And it's just an old school vibe, obviously, right? So
yeah, totally.
I like how that's sounding, but I'm actually going to try and have somewhat of a longer delay in there, but then like real subtle and really like far away. So a bunch of high cutting again for that same reason where we push that delay sound all the way to the background, right?
Yeah.
Let's try that. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, and then a bunch of reverb maybe. But then short. And then... yeah, low cut as well.
That's cool.
So that's our delay sound, like this. And this kind of sounds far away enough so that it's not going to mess with our direct sound. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah. Yeah, because that's kind of how I envisioned it, really.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that sharpens it up, definitely. Is this
Yep.
This particular plugin here? This is the BSA delay. Is this?
Yes.
Would I have this?
If you got the artist pass, then yes.
I do have the artist pass. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're actually going to release this one like in a couple weeks.
Okay, so this one's not even out yet?
Well, it is for artist pass members, but yeah, in a couple weeks it's also going to be available as like a perpetual license, you know.
Oh, okay, I do have the artist pass, so I should.
You should have it in your account then. Yep.
I should go into it and okay. Oh yeah, BSA delays. I have it.
Yep.
And...
right on. Okay, let's play our drums and guitars together.
Sure.
And then the only thing I want to do to these guitars now is just give them a little bit more of that warm, dense sounding low mid range. Mm-hmm. Let's try that. There we go. Yes, sir. That was right on. Mm-hmm. Because that is the thing that is going to glue them to our bass guitar, which we're going to bring in right now. That sounds lovely, man.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, nice. Now we basically have like the instrumentals pretty much mixed. Let's actually bring in the keys real quick. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I know people have been asking about, are you gonna make a Telos keys or Telos keyboard or Telos synths? We're not, because there's so many difference in
that would
in whatever keyboards the synths will do. But I'm gonna use saturation from the guitars here on that keyboard here.
Yep.
That sounds awesome. Plus a little bit of the same slap delay. And a touch of the other delays of the guitars. It is subtle, but that's exactly
that delay is great. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Okay, let's blend that in with everything else. I'm very happy with that, man, so far.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's check this out. Okay, now we got pretty much everything mixed. Let's actually do our mix bus chain, which I said was going to be very simple.
Yep.
I'm going to do a little touch of oxygen, which is basically your top end kind of enhancing thingy.
Sure.
Let's try that. I don't know about you, but top it is so addicting. I always push it a little too far first time, and then I'm like, okay, let's bring it back a little. The second thing is a bit of low control. kind of nailing down that relationship between our bass and our kick. So I'm going to go fairly high on the frequency so that it's kind of capturing the sub-low end, but also the low mids.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. And then I'd have Clipper on there, but I already have it on there just to give the YouTube streaming a little bit more volume.
Sure.
That's what it would look like. And now I'm pretty much ready to do a quick A/B and be surprised at what it sounded like before versus now. Are you ready?
So let's go.
Let's go. Okay, this is the old mix, real quick.
Ooh.
Versus what we have now. What is your opinion?
That's quite a difference.
It's huge, right? Oh man,
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, because it's kind of like you've sort of everything is nice and clear now, because
Yeah.
it's like, whereas the drums, it's a big difference there because it's like that snare. It's like,
open,
what is
right?
that thing doing?
right, yeah.
It's like, guy,
well, it's
guy,
just
guy.
what I think is what we've accomplished here is basically like we're obviously kind of going for the same vibe of mix. But this is where it's kind of like, okay, the processing is not being pushed to the max on 20 different locations on 20 different plugins. It's more like, okay,
sure.
we're doing the right amount of the right thing on the right place. That's basically what it sounds like.
Yeah.
The only kind of feedback that I would have for my mix now is that we're obviously kind of missing some of the glue of like a mix bus compressor, something like that. So it's maybe a little bit too open right now, but it's less maybe the last 3% of
For
glue
sure.
that we're missing right now. But that's the only thing. I feel like if we have a little bit of like a nice gluing, kind of creamy sounding compression on the mix bus, then I'd say we're pretty much in a good ballpark. Let's check out a section with vocals real quick
Sure.
so that we get the full mix here.
Yeah, definitely.
Since we got the blues, these hits we say we got the blues. We got it bad, we got it good. Just like you knew.
And let's add our delays to your vocals here.
These hits we got the blues. These hits we say we got the blues. We got it bad, we got it good. Just like you knew we would. If you got it bad, well, we got it beat. We got it like a blade.
Yeah, vocals obviously need to come up, and maybe I want to tuck the snare top a little down.
Touch bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not standing out as much.
These hits we got the blues. These hits we say we got the blues. We got it bad, we got it good. Just like you knew we would. If you got it bad, well, we got it beat. We got it like a blade.
Now it's starting to sound very addicting, man.
That sounds good, man.
I just turned down the top end on the kick a little, and snare top is dialed back in volume.
Yep.
Because, it was a little too bright, and the drum started to poke out just a little too much. But now it sounds really addicting.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, just throw that ozone on there and
Completely crushed and destroy it. All the modes engaged.
no,
Yes,
but
sir.
it's like from a mix from a mix perspective. I mean, you're trying to get that overall balance, and
Yep.
and then we go in and do some little automation things here and there and do all that
Oh,
little
for sure.
subtle work, but you've brought out the clarity of everything, and now I can hear everything, just like everything has its space,
Yes.
which is a
And
big
you know,
difference. Yeah.
Definitely. You know what the clue is for me when I feel like I'm in the right ballpark? And that's when the mix kind of starts pulling me out of like analytical listening of like, oh, I'm listening for problems, I'm listening for things that stand out, blah, blah, blah. And it starts to push me into, I can actually enjoy the song now and listen to it as a fan, as a listener.
Sure.
And that's literally what happened near the end there. Of like, oh, this starts to sound addicting. That was kind of that shift of like, okay, now we can get out of being analytical, being like technical, being like fine-tuning details and yada yada, and now we can do the creative stuff, the automation, bring up the first kick it there, bring up a crash there, whatever.
Yeah.
And of course the vocals, like maybe a little louder in the chorus than in the verse, something like that.
Sure.
But then after that, touch of mix bus compression, don't touch it anymore. I think that's going to be your main thing next. It's going to be like as soon as you get your mix to that place where you start to listen to it as a fan, as a listener, then it's really like, okay, I gotta trust this. I don't touch it anymore. I just have the confidence to leave it right there and don't touch it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be your next big breakthrough. It's just finding that confidence of like, okay, I'm at the sweet spot of processing now.
Yep.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
Let it go. Yes, sir. Yep.
Cool, man. Yeah, really good.
Awesome.
Much better. Definitely for
Nice.
sure. So, all right.
Right on. Great episode. Okay, let's cut it there. That was a perfect ending, man. Perfect.
Excellent. Good.
I love that.